I'll start by creating a schema. Create user JW, identified by JW. And I'll grant him the role DBA. Grant DBA to JW. That will give him very high privileges indeed. Connect as my new user and make use of some privileges. Delete from scott.emp. No problem. 14 rows deleted. And I'll just roll back. What if I try to do it programmatically? Create procedure P1 as begin. Then the DML statement, delete from scott.emp. End the block, compile. There's an error. Show errors. And there's the problem. Line 2, table of view does not exist. Line 2, delete from scott.emp. And on the face of it, that is absolutely ludicrous. Because of course the table is there. I did the delete there from a SQL+ prompt, no problem at all. So in the SQL environment, I can see and manipulate the table. In the PL SQL environment, I can't even see that it exists. What's going on? Well, when I created my user, I gave him the role DBA. Set role none. So disable that role. Can I now do the delete from scott.emp? No, I can't. I get the aura 942. And that's key to the problem. When you are in the PL SQL environment, it is as though all your roles were disabled. The solution is to grant the necessary privilege directly. So I'll connect as user system and make an explicit grant. Grant delete on scott.emp to JW. Reconnect as JW and try creating the procedure again. Create procedure P1 or create or replace procedure P1 as begin. Delete from scott.emp end and compile. And this time it works. What about executing it? Execute P1. Procedure completed. Select star from scott.emp and indeed the rows are gone. Roll back and of course they're all there again. So I had to grant the privilege directly to my user before PL SQL could actually see the table. Why was that? The reason for this problem is that PL SQL is a statically compiled language. Roles, however, are dynamic. Roles can be enabled or disabled. And this is the heart of the problem. PL SQL, static compilation, roles, dynamic, enabling and disabling. That means that at compile time, the compiler has no idea what the runtime context will be. The compiler can't possibly tell what roles would be enabled at runtime. Therefore, the compiler can only use static privileges. A direct grant of a privilege, you've got it or you haven't. It isn't something that can be enabled or disabled. So the compiler can rely on it at compile time that that privilege will be there at runtime. What actually happens is that when a user invokes definers rights code, the user's security context is adjusted. The current schema is set to the owner of the code for name resolution, and the current user is also set to pick up his security context. And the only role that is enabled is the public role. So that's the reason. It's an architectural necessity because PL SQL is a statically compiled language.